Hey guys, Ben here out in the now thawed Northwoods with the Glock 43. As you may notice in this video, the environment is going to switch between spring-like and winter. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty when I originally filmed this, so bear with me. So we're loaded back up. Let's try to hit some of my metal targets here. That's all she wrote. So the Glock 43, it has been around for a while. Nothing has changed with it since it first came out. It hasn't gone downhill or gotten worse. It is still very much a Glock, and everything you would know and expect out of Glock, or know and expect and hate out of Glock. I'm not sponsored by Glock. I really don't have any guns out there that I've come across that I hate. I'm going to say bad things about. If it does what it's supposed to do, I'm going to be a fan of it. I like guns, they're cool. But anyway, so he's been on the market for quite a while. It is pretty much just a scaled down version of a, normal size Glock. It's normal by maybe having a 5-inch barrel, being 19 sized or 17 sized, just a smaller version of that. One of the big differences is being you have a single stack 6-round magazine. It's what comes standard with it. You got that little extension, fits your hand just right. If it didn't have that extension, that'd just be too little to hang on to. I'd say the biggest advantages to owning one of these is going to be for concealed carry. Thus, the 3.4-inch barrel would mean you're not trying to engage targets really far away, which I've tried and have been mildly successful, but shooting one of these at 40 yards is doable, but having that little barrel is a lot more sensitive to your shake and sway as opposed to having another inch on your barrel or so. But they're small, they're light. If you're going to go jogging and you wanted just something little that could fit in a pocket holster just in case you needed it, this would be the perfect thing. It's very light. You wouldn't kind of forget it was there even. Or maybe you just have smaller hands, or you just want something that you can have in a holster. It's not going to imprint really. There's you're not going to see it on your belt or in your pocket. It's one of the big advantages of having something this small, but like I said, single stack is a disadvantage. However, they do make 10-round magazines, but I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. If you had a bunch hanging out at that point, I'd probably go with a Glock 43X. I don't have one of those out here today. I'd like to get my hands on one, but it's just pretty much a little bigger version of this, mainly in the grip. Still single stack, but it's a 10-round. But otherwise, going off measurements on their website, it's absolutely the same. I'd recommend one of these, say like your wife, girlfriend wanted to have a small little gun. Said, I'm a grown man. I don't have abnormally large hands, pretty proportionate to my height, but fits my hand well. But if you have smaller hands or you just want something small and light, this would be the thing to go with, mainly because it's what you can expect out of Glock. I've never had any issues with this, no jams, it cycles like it's supposed to. But the price point is one of the big things. These are, I think, $359, $369, something like that. It's the lowest price I have found on them, which is very affordable for something like this. So if there's one thing you may have noticed in a few of my other videos, I'm all about that 21 feet. So I'm going to do the same thing with this little guy. I'm using Blazer 115 grain FMJs. I'm not sponsored by anyone. That's just what I bought. I shoot stuff that same size a lot. It's affordable. It performs well. So here we go, and to see what kind of a group I can get with, instead of 5 rounds, 6 rounds, full magazine. So here we go. let's go take a look. There's the group. So I think I flinched. We got 2 touching, 2 almost touching, 1 right in the middle. So there's our 5 pretty close together. There's number 6. But as always, I think I can probably do better. So let's try this one more time. Same deal, but I'm gonna go top right on the target. Well, I don't know that it's necessarily better. I tried harder. You can see 4 rounds all about the size of my thumb. I think that was my first shot. I'm embarrassed about this one way down here. But in my defense, the trigger on this is like no other Glock. It is not squishy, spongy. It is crisp and light and has a very short reset. So if you shoot, you know, a variety of Glocks and they're, you know, full size, close to full size, that type of thing, they all have similar triggers, but not the case on this guy. It's a very nice little trigger. But like I say, if you're not used to it, it takes a little getting used to. So I'd say it's an improvement, you know, tighter group. So say you were looking for something really small for concealed carry and you go to your local gun shop and you start looking at a bunch of small guns and you're like, oh man, this is sweet. You ask to see it, you pick it up and look at it and realize it says 380. Well, 380 isn't a deal breaker for me. I have no reason to hate it. I know there are groups of people that swear by them. There's groups of people that think they're underpowered. They're really, you know, it's pick and choose your battle. I'm not a hater of 380 by any means, but say you have a lot of things in your collection that are 9mm and you don't want to have to start scrounging and looking for another type of ammunition. And we've had some crazy couple years here, and I remember seeing, for one, 380 wasn't available, and 2, it was quite a bit more expensive than 9mm. But that is what makes the Glock 43 really nice, is that it's small, it is compact. At a glance, you wouldn't guess it's chambered in 9mm, but it is. That's what we love about it. That's too much fun. The one thing I'm not a fan of on this is the slide release is very tight and close to the frame. So you gotta kind of push it really hard to get her to close. But here we go. Oh, there's a miss. Got one. 2. Woo! Oh, shoot. Last one, it's moving. Ah, darn it. It's a hit. There we go. So due to the frame size of this thing, it's very small slide, which means it has a lower axis. So what I've noticed with this is there's less flip and just kind of more of a push into the back of your hand. So we're just going to simulate that I have this in my pocket. You know, it's locked and loaded, ready to go, that if you were in a scenario where you had to defend yourself close and only shoot with one hand, that's exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm just going to rack the slide now and just turn at the center target and shoot it. Not going to use the sights, just going to aim center of mass. Here we go. Nothing to it. Very nice. Well, there it is, guys. It was a lot of fun putting the Glock 43 through its paces today. I hope you maybe learned something you didn't know, but I hope what you did learn is life is always fun in the Northwoods. We have now hit 600 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. This is very cool. I'm very excited. In closing, great little pistol. The only real complaint I have about it is that slide release sits very close to the frame and it's hard to kind of push down with your thumb. So racking it is probably the way to go. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. I hope to make many more videos, get lots of content out there. So thank you guys. Ben out.